So we recently got way more good news in regards to the future of the MCU. This time we're going to be talking about some major additions to not just Moon Knight, but also She-Hulk. So let's get into this video, talk about what this means for the series and why we should be really hyped. So for both of these stories, I am going to have links in the description down below if you guys would like to check that out yourself. I also toss it up on the screen here. So the first one we're going to talk about is She-Hulk. Now, She-Hulk has been something that many people believe is far away, and this sort of lends a hand towards that, along with Moon Knight as well. So She-Hulk, the first one we're talking about here, has found its writer. Now, the writing duties will go to Jessica Gao. Now, a lot of nerds that watch TV should be familiar with her name if you are fans of Rick and Morty. Now, I have seen Rick and Morty. I know what it's about. I know there's a lot of intelligent writing in there. It's just not a show for me, so I gave it up rather quick. But to me, this is honestly really great news because I've talked to many people that love that show, and I've seen some of the stuff they talk about in there, and some of the depth they add, and like science in there, and obviously there's comedy because Rick and Morty. So this gives me hope that She-Hulk is shaping up to be somewhat of an intelligent show, and obviously dealing with transformations into, well, these crazy beasts probably lends itself towards some sort of interesting plot. Now transitioning over from She-Hulk over to Moon Knight, the other series, we know that Jeremy Slater will be the one producing and writing the scripts to Moon Knight. Now this is important because he was recently part of Umbrella Academy, and a lot of people swear by that show. Unfortunately, it's on my watch list. I haven't gotten to see it. I really want to get around to it. This will probably push me to watch it so I can get an idea of his work on TV. But honestly, both of these announcements are rather great. Now, let's get to the unfortunate bad part. They're just now starting the writing process. Now, since these are $150 million shows, you have to realize that this is more or less a top-tier writing approach, much like Marvel movies. So what this means in the long run is, don't expect these series to come out in the next year to year and a half, to maybe even not 2 years. This is something that more than likely is coming 2022, if not 2023. And, you know, to me, honestly, I'm okay with that. The longer you can take, the better. There's plenty of content already, like, on the slate for what we have dated. So let's just get through that first and make sure that these are top-notch before we get there.